Since roughly month and a half after Donald Trump came into office and installed Pam Bondi at the top of the Department of Justice, the DOJ has been experiencing a flurry of resignations. And not just, one or two people here. Literally thousands of people have resigned from working at the U.S. Department of Justice this year alone. And the DOJ is expecting another roughly 4,000 people to resign in the near future. In fact, their, pension type program is set up and expecting 4,000 more people to leave. That is the funds they have put in there because they think that's the number. And the reason for this, of course, is everything. There's not one particular reason. But what's amazing is that these people that have resigned from the DOJ, and this includes everybody from just average, workers, all the way up to some of the DOJ lawyers, whistleblowers, dissenters, whatever it is, everybody is leaving and everybody has their own reasons. But they have decided, what's happened is that there's this thing, it's called the Justice Connection. And the Justice Connection is basically not necessarily an online forum, but kind of like an online forum. And these former government staffers, including the DOJ folks, are using this to blast Pam Bondi and, of course, Donald Trump for destroying the departments that they've all resigned from. So recently, some of these letters from the former DOJ employees came out. And let me read you this. Contributors describe collapsing ethics, corrosive pressure, and a toxic workplace. Executive Director of the Justice Connection, Stacey Young, said in a statement that staff are being asked to put loyalty to the president over the Constitution, the rule of law, and their professional ethical obligations. Carrie Syme, a former trial attorney, wrote in a March farewell, that the current incarnation of the department defines justice in a way that I do not recognize. She pleaded with the remaining staff to remember that the vast majority of DOJ attorneys are good people of goodwill, who are trying to maintain a true sense of justice. For some, the problem is not ideology, it's incompetence. Trial attorney Barbara Schwalbeyer, who resigned in August, wrote that her departure wasn't due to a deep state refusal to work with this administration. Instead, she blamed, quote, hollow leadership that disregards long-standing interpretations of civil rights law, upends division and departmental norms, and values perceived loyalty above the meritocratic principles it claims to espouse. So in other words, everything at the DOJ sucks because of what Donald Trump and Pam Bondi have done. And one employee, former employee, I guess, said that he worries that what they have done to the DOJ is causing irreversible harm. Irreversible. Meaning that even if we get a Democrat in office after the 2028 election and they appoint competent people, they may not even be able to put Humpty Dumpty back together again because of how horrible it's become. Now, that's the terrifying part. And that, of course, is something that we have talked about in the past, is the damage that is being done by this administration, not just at the DOJ, not just in these government departments, but all over the place. There's not going to be a magic wand. Okay, January 20th, 2029, when the next president is sworn in, all these problems don't just go away. By July of that year, all these problems will not be gone. By 2030, these problems will probably not all be fixed yet. I mean, they definitely will not all be fixed yet. Some of them will likely never be fixed. And I say that because when you walk in and you see all these problems that you are in charge of, you're going to have to pick and choose. And that's what's so terrifying about it. The dismantling of the Department of Education. Maybe the next person that goes in the White House says, look, I got to deal with all this. We're just going to do without a Department of Education from now on. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time on this, even though it's important, because I've got other things I got to do too. I got to fix the economy. I got to fix the DOJ, because we definitely can't do without a DOJ. I got to fix the damage, with the Health and Human Services that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. caused. I might not even have time to get to the Department of Education. I might not have time to get to the Environmental Protection Agency. All of these important governmental departments may never fully come back, or it may take 2 or 3 different terms of somebody in office to put them back. So we could be living for the next 10, 15, 20 years not even firing on all cylinders because of the damage this administration has caused. And please don't forget that they have caused all of this damage so far in less than 11 months. Less than 11 months. We still have 37 more months to go. So if we think the damage is bad now, if we think, what these lawyers are saying about the DOJ being destroyed is bad after 11 months, just imagine what it'll look like after 48 months. That's a terrifying thought. Hey everyone, we are maybe just days away from hitting 1 million subscribers. Fewer than 15,000 subscribers to go at this point, and we need your help. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and tell your friends. If you have progressive-minded individuals in your life that are not subscribed to Fair and Balanced, please send them a link, send them a video, let them see what it's all about, and encourage them to subscribe. We are hoping to hit that 1 million mark before the end of this year, but I think we can do it even quicker than that. So again, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. And don't forget to share the channel with your friends. And as always, like and comment on the videos.